All right. The next topic. Is scamming worth it?
Hey, I don't think any type of scam is worth it, but I guess if you're coming from a place where you don't think that you can make six figures or $1 million ever in your whole life, maybe that 6 year, 10 year freedom is worth it to you. But a lot of people, they ball for 6 months or 5 years, and then they have to be locked up for 20. You know what I'm saying? Doing a scam, or 10 years doing a scam. So you have to think about you have to do a cost analysis. Is it important to have money right now for a short period of time and then lose it all and go to prison? To me, I say no. What are your thoughts?
I mean, and first and foremost, and I hope you guys take this away from this podcast is, Young Equity in no way, shape, or form condones crimes.
At all.
At all. We don't ever want to go to jail. Neither of us. We both have clean records. We don't want to mess that up. So, no. So, that's number one. That's the first reason why you shouldn't scam. Because, you don't want to go to jail. And it's wrong to steal from people, right? Either stealing from people or stealing for the government, which will be resources for people that need it. It's just wrong.
Right.
But now let's get into it. So, the most recent scam is the SBA loan, PPP loan, unemployment scam. So there's certain individuals. I saw a video on Vlad TV where Lil Boosie was talking about how he was going to different areas, and people were paying him to do shows that had this scam money. So about they took out PPP loans that they never planned to pay back, and they were getting 100, 200K payouts.
Okay.
Plus, they were doing the SBA loan, which probably like another 100K payout. Plus, they were doing the unemployment scam. They'll pay other people, say, "Hey, give me your Social Security, blah blah blah. I'll give you $500." And they had 10 people going at once, collecting unemployment on 10 people who were who didn't even fit the characteristics to be unemployed. So these are people, with quite frankly hundreds of thousands in cash that have probably never made 20K in a year before.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like a great idea. It sounds like a very lucrative
Ferraris
idea.
And
yeah. If you want to live that life, like I said, for about a good, 2 to 5 years. I mean, if you get away with it for 10, great for you. But at the end of the day, the government is going to seize your accounts, right? They're going to lock all that stuff down.
Yeah.
If you didn't do it smart, because typically scammers don't know about the offshore accounts and all that stuff. But anyway, they're going to take your money. And then you're going to not see any money after that. It's going to be hard for you to come back out of jail and work. For one, you're going to be mentally unprepared because of what happened in prison. And you're going to be a criminal. And you're not going to be able to sustain life for that, 2 to 5 years of balling out of control. So, the PPP scam, I've been hearing a lot about it. There are people that take out the PPP loan and they actually have like a legitimate business, and they spend 90% of that loan on payroll, expenses, things like that relate to the business, and then they get those loans forgiven by the bank because of the way that they actually floated the money and they paid for it. Now that's okay. Now we talk about that all the time. Yeah. That's not the people that we're talking about.
Yeah,
we're talking about the guys and gals that are out there, with a illegitimate business.
No business at all.
No business at all. They got an LLC.
Yes.
Getting 200K and they're buying Ferraris and stuff like that. You're going to get caught. Period.
I mean, but then you have to ask yourself, how long does somebody even want to ball? I mean, have you met anybody who wanted to ball for over 10 years?
What you mean?
I mean, have you met somebody that's balled uninterrupted for 10 years? I mean, when we see them in the media, in the news, even if it's like a rapper who's being very flashy, it's like they have a spike where they're extremely flashy and then they stop, or there'd be jail, death, or them growing up and getting a family.
That's true.
Nobody really goes on a 10-year run of nonstop ball.
Something happens to them. I feel you. Yeah.
So they want that 2 to 5 years is what they're really banking on. Because what you're discounting is you're saying, 2 to 5 years they're going to be got. Some of those people look at it like in 2 to 5 years they may not even be alive.
That's a good point. Now, if you're looking at it from that angle, it's still risky. It's very risky because you just never know when that day will come. Now, if that criminal that's scamming people
because it's probably a criminal already too. That's the part you're discounting.
That's fair.
They're already a criminal anyway, so it's probably gonna go to jail anyway. So let me cash out. It's probably their thinking.
Okay, that's fair. But if they were to do something smart where they put it in some type of withhold like account that no one can touch or something like that, and they don't think about it, and they pass it down to their family members, then okay, sounds a little worth it. But I don't know, man. Anybody can pick you up any day.
Yep.
But I guess they live on the edge every day. So
no.
What does it really mean?
Yeah, I definitely understand. Like, did you hear about that scammer named Hushpuppy?
No.
Well, sorry, alleged scammer.
Okay.
Alleged. The guy, he was living in Dubai. I think he was like of Nigerian heritage, but maybe grew up in America. And then he, started doing real estate or something and was living in Dubai. Private jets, mansion, the best cars, the best clothes.
Yeah.
He's just living life on 10, and he got picked up earlier this year. And, he was balling for years. He had a good run. I think his run started in like 2012 and didn't end until 2020.
Wow, that's a long time. See, it's always when they get overzealous, right? And they start doing like...
private jets, why not?
Private jet.
Why can't I take a picture on the runway of my private jet?
You can take a picture, but not on your private jet. Don't even have a private jet. Just be rich. Why can't people just be wealthy and not let people know?
But the thing is, you're mixing up is, young equity dev, and you strike me as a family man.
Yeah.
So you're doing this for your family.
Yeah.
Some people are doing it for the gram.
Okay. If you're doing it for the gram, then he accomplished his life goal. Period.
Facts.
And he's famous.
Yep. He's famous.
So he can come out with that notoriety, like Jordan Belfort, somebody like that, and have a movie about him or something.
But he's sadly going to get more time than Jordan. And not going to be able... Because Jordan now is making money as a online personality and all this other stuff.
Tony Robbins type vibe.
Yeah, I don't know that he's going to get those same opportunities for reasons I won't name. But,
Sure.
But let me tell you, I know of a few scammers that did it for their family. One in particular. I won't expose this person, but he got picked up on the other side of 60, I think, or something, or close to 60 years old, and he's going to do 30 years in prison. He's likely going to die in jail. But he scammed millions.
Okay, so if you're 60 years old, you're almost on the way out. So you think it's worth it. Maybe not you, but the concept is worth it in that regard.
Well, at least I can say his heart was in the right place.
Okay.
I still vehemently disagree, and I wouldn't have done it because in the end, now the man has grandchildren that, he probably can't see, or I guess he sees them in jail. I don't know. But, it's just, I've heard that story so many times, where people will scam and bam, they leave their family. These are people that are allegedly doing it for their family, and they're now in jail, and their kids are growing up, becoming men, becoming women, becoming wives, becoming husbands, and they're not really there for that. And I could argue that, hey, if you raise up your children right and they work hard, they'll come to that same conclusion without you scamming dollars.
Oh, man. I don't know, man. I just think any type of scammer is putting themselves at risk. They're putting their family at risk. Because how does it work if you scam and then you make all this money and you can't utilize that money? Typically, they take the money from you.
They do, but the hope is that during your run, your family benefited. Maybe some college was paid for. Maybe some things were bought that they can't per se track back that gives long-term value.
Okay.
So that's the thinking for that side of scamming.
I see what you're saying. But it's all criminal.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I mean, again, I say don't scam. If anything, challenge yourself scholastically and do the best you can do with that. Right. You may not ever become wealthy, but hey, at least you'll be, your conscience will be free. You don't have to look over your back every day.
Right. And you can maintain that integrity and the respect inside of your family and your culture and your community. Just stay away from all criminal activity if you can, but I understand you got to get it by any means necessary. So do it smart. That's all I got.
Yeah, what's smart is not scamming. So, and just to dig it down further, there's all levels of scamming. But let me be clear: all you guys doing this, relief package scamming, they are going to get you. what's going to happen is right now they're going to make it real easy to have access to these funds, because the last thing they want to keep the economy going. Because even while you scam and you go take $200,000 to buy a Lamborghini, you're assimilating the economy because somebody's paying taxes on that. Somebody at that dealership is getting to keep their job. So really is they're going to mortgage your freedom to keep the economy going. Don't be dumb and don't let them do that to you, because they're going to come for you. When all this blows over, man, the Biden administration comes into office, things stabilize, vaccine takes over, and the government has more time, and they're looking at this big deficit they have. They're like, we're trillions in debt, and we gave out billions in PPP and all this SBA loan. Right. Okay, it's time to go see who's scamming, because we already caught some people and we're not looking.
Right.
Mind you, they're not looking for people now. They've caught people.
A mass audit. They're going to audit.
It's going to be a mass audit, and they're going to say, okay, we stand to gain, $500 million in restitution or whatever. Let's invest $10 million in the department that's going to audit all these people.
Right.
And $10 million will go a long way. They're going to get all of you, most of you, 99% of you, honestly, because it's so easy, because all the information that's required. Because even if you're thinking, I'm safe, I have these unemployment cards, this is not even my Social Security. Yeah. This is this person. That person you pay $500, when them boys come pick him up, he's going to say it's not worth it. And he's going to tell on you. So whatever you've done, I'm sure the damage can't be undone now. It is what it is. Just pray. But with the new relief package, please don't scam and make things worse, because they're going to get you eventually. Right. I'm sorry.
Also, if you have a legitimate business, please follow the rules. Because just because you have a legit business doesn't mean that you can take out this money and then go buy Lamborghinis as well. Like, you still have to follow the rules and do a different cash flow or float the money a different way. Just make sure that PPP was spent on exactly what it needed to be spent on. And also, hire a CPA that knows what they're doing.
A good one.
Not just, they passed the CPA exam and they have no experience. So,
and the last message, man, that I have on this topic, man, and if you're scamming purely for the gram, delete the gram and get a therapist. Use some of that scam money and get a therapist, because the gram isn't that important, man.
Delete the gram altogether, man. Jeez.
Do you know what's more important than the gram?
What's up?
A legacy. Yeah. And it's going to be hard to leave one behind in prison. So, moral of the story is don't scam. It's not worth it.
Yes, sir.